Well, hello friends, Joseph here. Welcome back to some Hearthstone. As we have taken a Elemental Shaman deck variant out for a little bit of a spin here today, and we have run into a Jungle Giants Quest Druid, which is kind of absolutely awesome in my mind. So the idea here is we need to go a little bit faster with unfortunately a slower deck, because otherwise we are going to lose the late game. So I'm really not sure what we should be doing here. I kind of want a hero power. If we get healing or taunt, that's very good. 3, 4. We're going to hang on to the coin in hopes that we'll be able to coin out the Servant of Calamos one turn early. So we will play a 3-drop this coming turn. If you're holding a minion with 5 or more, attack, adapt. Stealth until next turn. Well, that's awful for us. Except for the fact that we have Maelstrom Portal, which makes that awesome for us. So we're just going to go ahead and play out a couple cards. Hey, that's actually potentially synergizing with our Destroying Pirates, this is definitely a very anti-aggro, anti-pirate warrior style of deck, which is cool, and I dig it, and I like it a lot. This deck does not have the Bloodlust or Spirit Echo package. Oh, these are all kind of awful, so we're going Earth Elemental. Because we will show this Quest Druid who really plays the biggest minions. Obviously, if the Quest Druid really does complete their quest, it could be horrible, horrible times for us. But because we've maybe slowed them down a little, oh my. But maybe not so much. We need to save that Hex for later, that's for sure. The question is now, how do we want to do this? And I think do we want a Flame Tongue, or do we want to use the Jade Lightning? And I'm going to go ahead and here, or do we want to slam down Earth Elemental and get a bunch of face damage? This is 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough face damage. Let's see what we can get from here. That's not as good as I was hoping. Where do we want to do this? I guess we'll just trade the Beast in, and then we'll do a bunch of face damage. So the idea here is that we've applied a bit of pressure here to our opponent. We do have the Hex if and when we need it. We do have a little bit of reach with Jade Lightning. This is not a Jade Elemental Shaman, which I know I have played a bunch before, actually. That's interesting. Why not buff this one up? I guess spreading out the buffs makes sense, actually. Ooh, Feral Rage, terrifying. So that's something at least. We'll be able to, and you know what? Now that we saved our Jade Lightning, we're going to be able to take this out very cleanly. Yeah, we'll just do this. We'll get a little Jade action going. And the question is, do I want to take the 5 face damage? Yeah, I don't care about the 5 face damage. I'd rather maintain a board against a Druid, because Druids are going to have swipes. And I don't think, a lot of the Jade Druids, and I didn't do this with my Jade Golem Druid deck, but a lot of them have started teching in, what's that card called? Wild Pyromancer, which is a very, oh my goodness, just discover. So now they're discovering a Shaman card. Obviously could be some great AoEs. So we will have to be a little bit conscious of our opponent's ability to... This is not a pirate, right? Are you a pirate by any chance? That'd be awesome if it was a pirate. We're just going to go big here. Our opponent can now kind of AoE us down a little. We'll attack in there and then with a 1/1. And then we'll go face with the rest. And we have a huge, huge minion, which should be able to take out most of our opponent's... anything that our opponent plays. Now, this is a card from your opponent's class. There we go. We knew it was AoE. We played around it a little. But there's maybe not too much our opponent could have done. I mean, they could throw down some big taunts. It is Druid after all. Druid does have big taunts, but not today. And that's all right with me, because we want to climb up still very early in the season. This is like the first day of the season for me. And for everyone, actually. So that's okay. We'll keep it going, though. Okay, so we've run ourselves into a little bit of a Paladin here. You know, nothing going on. We play our Elemental. Our opponent passes, tells us Ebb, so obviously nothing. I have no problem throwing out a Mana Tide for next turn. It's also great that we do have the Gluttonous Ooze. Like I said, this deck is very anti-aggro. Applying a little pressure is great, but I think I don't mind the draws right now. This will probably draw us 2 cards. I'm expecting, just because, I mean, our opponent could, I guess in theory, Pyro, Coin, Equality. Or Coin, oh. Hello. I guess we can Hex, to be honest. Like, Hex isn't the worst thing in the world, and Jade Lightning doesn't do it, so let's just do that. And that was coined out, so that's kind of like a 2-for-1, especially when we're drawing multiple cards. And that is the best thing for us to top deck, actually, because we are able to see the Flame Elemental being played the turn before. Now we can kind of start generating infinite value. That being said, our opponent is going to have amazing value as well if they're playing some sort of mid-rangey Paladin deck. But I think the true king of... Oh, no. This is not what we want. I guess we're gonna go wide with the Stone Sentinel. We'll run our opponent out of removals. Oh, there's a Hex. So if this is an extra Tyrion, at least one of them will get hexed. So that's kind of good. Equality here is bad, but really not the end of the world. And hey, guess what? There's an equality. Is this an elemental? It should be. We have enough cards anyways. I'm not really bothered. And hey, guess what? We're gonna be able to activate that Stone Sentinel. Do we want to play another one or no? Because we know we're playing one next turn. Yeah, you know what? I will go a little bit wide just in case we need to change up our game plan for next turn. And I know you think, hey, if you're changing your game plan, maybe you're not playing the Sentinel. True. Very true. However, uh-oh, what's this? Hey, following rules. Not something I like to do. Oh! That's cool. That card is super cool. How do we want to deal with it? I guess we can just kind of play it out like this, right? Oh, that's really, really bad for us, though, isn't it? Like, I feel like I do want to use some of our... We can just, like, Lightning Storm these down, right? 2, 3. Awkward. I don't want to use the Jade Lightning. I want to use the Jade Lightning on a much better target. This is really interesting, just so we're clear. Our opponent's playing like a value. Oh, we don't even know if they're playing elementals. Never mind. We know they just had a Twilight Drake, which is maybe strange, but maybe awesome. Let's do this. I mean, the 2/2's obviously dead, and then we just we do have to kill that one. That's unfortunate for us. And we'll play the Tar Creeper now. Not that I know we're going to be overloaded 2 on 8, so we only have 6 mana, so we can't go Stone Sentinel, but I still feel like this is an okay play, because it keeps our board a little bit wide, not very wide. But because we have the Flame Tongue, it'll be kind of nice that we'll be able to do some of that Flame Tongue style, you know, collapsing in if we need to. This is unfortunate for us. And I don't know if we get to find out anything about our opponent's card. What's our opponent's health at? Move. Move. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I don't know how I just didn't notice this. Our opponent and I are both playing the heroic Naxxramas. Uh-oh. Oh, I think we're about to have an amazing thing happen. I'm assuming our opponent's going to play their... I'm assuming this is Getaway Kodo, and they're going to try and do, like, Tyrion Forging into Getaway Kodo, and then we're going to Hex it, and then they'll get an extra frog, and that'll be hilarious. In my mind, that's what I'm hoping happens right now. Because, yeah, the Aya is just, like, kind of cool. And like I said, this isn't really... You know, actually, I said earlier this isn't a Jade deck, but it kind of is. Because the Jade Claws I think of as a weapon. The Jade Lightning I look as just removal. But we do have potentially 6... Equality time? What the heck? Oh, okay, it was generated. Oh, wow, he took the Smuggler's Run from the Ivory. I love that play, just so we're clear. Now, there could be some big minions, but guess what? Doesn't matter how big they are, because they all get hexed the same. Oh, True Silver Champion. So the question is now, do we want to Gluttonous Ooze this down, or not? Or do we want to save it? Because, like, the first... yeah, because here's, like, the tricky thing is... I don't think it's tricky. I think we do it every time. I don't know why I'm hesitating. I think the only tricky thing about this is, are we going to play the Jinyu this turn or not? And if on anything, I think I would save the Servant of Kalamos. Like, I don't care about the face. I'll save it. We don't need to extend too far because our opponent hasn't played any quality, but they do have quite a few minions in hand. So if this is just Tyrion, it just get. This is like some sort of Dragon Paladin, which I love. Oh my goodness. This is just very, very cool. Very, very... I love seeing innovative decks. Maybe I don't love playing them just because I don't play enough. If I had more time to be playing, I would play them more. 4/6, kind of scary, no doubt about it. Are you a pirate? Nothing is a pirate. I don't know, pirate. I don't know why I said it that way. Yeah, if we had the Jinyu, it might not have changed too much. I think we might be able to burn one Maelstrom Portal here. Or we could just go Lightning with a 4 and a 2. Because everything, like, our numbers just line up so horribly. Like, if this was a 5, we'd be able to attack there. If this was a, I guess the 4 works well with a Flame Tongue. Hold on. 4, I kind of like taking this out, though, more. Now we have 3 3s coming out of our Jades, which is nice. So this goes here. I think we can go slow here. Like, I don't think there's a real rush. And doing this last doesn't matter. The spell power, honestly, doesn't matter. We'll play the Galactic Crawler. If we do see, like, patches come out somehow, now I will just go crazy. Not actually crazy, but you know what I mean. It would be you know what, to be honest though with you, with the deck that we're seeing our opponent play right now, it wouldn't even surprise me that much. That kind of stinks. That kind of is awful. That's kind of awful. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can clear with the Flame Tongue. We can clear with the Flame Tongue. Oh no, that's awful. That is awful, awful news. Oh, I don't know how we should have done that instead. We're never gonna get the Stone Sentinel now. This goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So we punch through that amazing Primordial Drake. Let's see how this goes. Maybe we are gonna... Oh, hold on. Hold the phone here. If we get a 4, this is worthwhile. If not, then it's a waste. No, I don't want to risk the 50/50s. I'm honestly tempted to Maelstrom Portal because except mice. Now I will play the Jinyu. I want something bigger and I want something on the left side. So if our opponent does play the second Primordial Drake. Oh, okay. I was expecting second Primordial Drake, and that's why we got rid of the one. I should have explained what I was doing. I wanted to get rid of the Silverhand Recruit so that the the Silverhand Recruit couldn't combo in with a Primordial Drake, which I'm kind of expecting this minion to be. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hey, Volcano. Hey, Volcano. So I guess we have to do this now, right? Which is unfortunate, because that's only 5. And we'll do this. And it's a 3 and it's a 4. Taunt would have been the best, obviously. But that's okay. And then we have the Volcano here. This is, I mean, this is a very anti-aggro list, right? Like, we've got quite a bit of healing. We've got some, not really a lot of taunts. We do have the Tar Creepers. We have 1 Hot Spring Guardian. Lots of healing with the Jinyus. And then lots of AoE, like the best AoE in the game, right? With the 2 Volcanoes, 2 Maelstroms, Lightning Storm. So even if our opponent wants to just fill the board like crazy now, we still just blast it down. That's unfortunate. But really, you know, again, Selfless Hero, that's actually a pretty good 1-drop. That's unfortunate. That is actually kind of really unfortunate. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar. So I think we need to get rid of it. There's only... Well, this... We know this is shiny. We know that's a minion. I don't want to use my Hex just because Tyrion would kill us right now. So we are going to do it this way, unfortunately. Oh, that was the wrong order. Okay, because if we should have done the spell last. Because if the divine shield goes here, oh, that's actually pretty good. You know what? That's still a pretty good divine shield. I would rather have a divine shield on a 4/4 than a 3/6, anyways. So that's really good for us. Our opponent and I are both kind of running out of cards. Our opponent has a little bit more in the way of resources, obviously. But we'll be okay. We'll be able to continue to go wide here for a little bit. Wow, our opponent really wants the end to be coming. Can we allow it, though, is my question. Oh, no. Yeah, we are. We're just going to have to hex whatever this is. That's too bad. And now the question is, would we rather Stone Sentinel to set up our Servant of Calamos or not? Like, do we care about getting value off of this? Or do we care about simply playing this? Let's just go face while I mumble. Or would we rather just go and play the Stone Sentinel to activate Servant of Calamos with a Hex next turn? Because this card is coming down. I'm willing to bet it. As much as this is obviously horrible, just to give that card up for Doomsayer, I feel like this card comes down, is probably Tyrion or something big like that. If I had a camera, you would see me nodding my head at it right now, just so we're clear. I was expecting Getaway Kodo, to be honest, but that's okay. Devolve is great, but to be honest, like now the fact that we have the Servant of Calamos already activated. Oh, two good choices, though. What do we want more? I want them both. I want them both. What do we want more, actually? I don't even know which one you pick right now. I'm going to take the Alec here because we still have a Flame Tongue in our deck. So that's pretty good. This has been, that was a pretty good result for us, I think. Yeah, so we set that one up very nicely, actually. We set it up pretty, uh-oh, what the heck? Oh no, Spike Ridge Steed? And then Frog can't get devolved because it just stays 0 mana. Oh, that's really tough for us. That is really tough. Luckily, 3 + 4 is 7? I don't know what the math was there. Oh no. Oh, this is awful. Yeah, because Frog can't get frogged again. It can't get devolved. These guys can go to 0 mana, but can only get better. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. No, it still goes 5. That's bad. Because I'm thinking if we use the Flame Tongue, right, we can punch in the 6, so that's cool. And then we could hero power, but then it's going to be a 2, 3, and 4 power on board. So our Flame Tongue disappears the following turn. I feel like we need to get more out of Volcano at this point in the game, to be honest. We might have to sacrifice the Flame Tongue. Taunt is making me think we can do this. Because at least now we've gotten rid of the Death Rattle, at the very least. And then we'll see what our opponent has. They have played 1 Consecration? Question mark? And you know what? Yeah, I think Alec here is right there. Because, I mean, for exactly this reason. If our Flame Tongue survives, we're in great shape. Ugh. Oh, no. No more damages. That's not lethal, but it's still pretty good. How do we want to do it? Just like this, right? And we just hope we get healing. Taunt is something. Yeah, and we'll just punch a bit in face. Even though we kind of expect that we're going to get blown out here. You know. What is that card? Is that Equality? Equality would be horrible for us. Luckily, we do have a little bit of draw left. Mana Tide time. If opponent goes Spike Ridge Steed again, yeah, I mean, it's... We knew they have it, right? All of our minions go down now. Well, leaving up this, which is interesting. If we get a Taunt Totem again, we're in business, but otherwise we're in very, very bad shape. What else can we? I mean, we still have the Volcano to help us out of a horrible spot, right? And there's no health on board right now, so that's nice. It's never going to get activated again. I just filled the board right now, right? Yeah, we filled the board with 1/1s. That's fine. Oh, I didn't know which way they went. I didn't know they come out from him. Then I guess it doesn't matter where we put Calamos. But that's still really cool. I don't know. I'm sure I've seen the animation before, but just, yeah, very, very unexpected there. That was that's okay. We only have 6 cards left, so that's kind of terrifying since our opponent has way more resources than us. We basically need to dodge a Consecration right now. Consecration, I don't want to say beats us, but comes at second equality, so that's something. Oh, equality Consecration is pretty close to beating us. I don't think we can even play the Mana Tide, because why would our opponent even kill it? Jade Claws would be pretty nice, I guess. Jade Claws would be pretty good. I don't want that card. I don't want that card at all. We've run out of gas completely. And that's kind of the thing with this deck, right? Like, we don't have the Bloodlust finisher, and we don't have the Spirit Echo value generator. So we're kind of stuck in that sense. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really hope we get a minion now. That's okay. Yeah, I'm willing to do this. And overload, and then go phase. So, you know, we have a 5/5 on board and a 1/1. 1/1's actually the best totem for us to get right now. We have a devolve. I don't know how it's going to help, but it might. So that's good. There's a lot of scary things that can happen to us right now. We only have four cards left, so that's something. That's unfortunate for us, to say the least. This is 7 to face. Our opponent could have lots of healing. 11, 12. Do we want to devolve this to 5 mana? Probably not. Taunt. Hey, taunt is pretty good. Let's do this. That's another taunt. Okay, we'll just wait it out. We have no more direct damage though. So like this doesn't matter because like our 5 attack needs to go twice. So it doesn't really matter what we do in that sense. In terms of me attacking with my weapon. Like I'd rather save this for like a trade with something here than not. And the scary thing is like this bookworm was activated. So there is another dragon in our opponent's hand. We just don't know what it is right now. This has been such a crazy, weird, cool... Oh, well, hello. That's awful. Do I devolve this? We totally could, right? Or do we volcano time? What was this? That was the spell? How much do we want to risk it? I don't think we can risk it right now. What do we have left in our deck? A Jade Claws, for sure. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So everything's dead if we Volcano, right? Like, that's pretty good. We'll heal, we'll do this, then we'll go face. We should have held off. Yeah, we should have held off. That two-face damage doesn't matter. Maybe it does. Maybe it does with the Jade Claws, but it would have been better to hold the weapon, I think. Oh, that's brutal. That is awful for us. Then we really needed that weapon. And the thing is, devolving this doesn't even help us a whole bunch. That was our last major AoE. So if this is like a Tyrion or Tarim or something like that, we basically lose. Except for the fact that we'll be able to continue to go as wide as our opponent. Oh. Interesting. I am almost out of cards. We will, down to a 6 mana. Yeah, we're probably almost certainly going to lose, but this was an amazingly hilarious game, right? Like, our opponent's playing some weird control dragon, control Paladin that has some sort of dragon package in it. Very, very cool. We definitely lost it somewhere there in the middle. I think we went a little aggressive. Oh, no. That's brutal. Oh, no more dragons. That's good to know. Oh, we really needed that. We really needed that last volcano for this board, huh? Oh, and the 6/6 is not strong enough. Oh, maybe it is actually. The 6/6 is strong enough. This is 3, 4, 5. Now the question is, do we devolve this? Yeah, you know what? If we're ever gonna devolve, we devolve now. Oh no! Oh no! The other minions were actually really good. Like, this as a 6-drop is kind of weak. This as a 5-drop is kind of weak. 0 whatever. No! Oh, maybe we... Oh, I should have taken the safe play. Should have taken the safe play. Oh, well. Oh, that was such a cool deck, though. I'm still... Yeah, you know what? This game is definitely going into a video simply because I think that deck was kind of creative from our opponent. Having a couple dragons in there. Using the Primordial Drakes to activate things like Bookworm. While they had a whole bunch of low-costed taunts to build up late-game value and sustain them against aggro. Very, very cool deck. I had a whole ton of fun with this Elemental Shaman deck. These couple games. Quick Quest Druid, then a little bit of a control matchup, which I think we will lose a lot of times with this Elemental Shaman deck, unless we tech in a Spirit Echoes and or a Bloodlust to be looking for a finisher in the mid game. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I'll see you next time. Keep your stick on the ice.